McKenzie Shirilla was a known thief in Strongsville. Before the fatal crash, she had already been arrested for stealing earrings. But that wasn't her only run-in with the law. Her and Dom once broke into an abandoned church, caught on camera acting wild. This footage shows Mackenzie stealing and clowning around before eventually being sent up the road.
Diapers, baby shit. Are those fucking bullets? No, those are nails. What the fuck? Maybe it's just storage? Don't break anything.
Alright.
Felt bad breaking in though, cause
Where's my car?
ew, I just touched a spider web.
I tried something too. You're fine though. They're not really doing anything.
Fucking guitar. I kind of want. Wait, what is this?
Huh.
Like a little globe.
Dude, I'm taking that.
I'm taking that.
Dude, put that like down the door so we'll see that. Big box of potato skids.
Where?
Right there.
Why? What the fuck?
I don't know, clothes and shit, yeah.
That couch right there. That couch is cute too.
Hold your nose.
Oh. What is that? Is that that bed? I don't know. I didn't breathe.
Dude, we should take the couch. And one of these tables. Look at how far these tables are.
Dom, look at this giant one.
Dude, I don't want it.
This is literally like crystal.
Dude, this would fit my trunk.
Oh, dude, I don't know. It'd be hard to pick up. Is this a glass of goddamn water?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
This place is kind of lit, dude.
Dude, I'm like scared. And I keep stepping in fucking web. There's like a little toy car.
What is this?
What were they eating? This is where you get goddamn baptized. That's insane.
Dude, look at this shit. What if this shit's still bags? Got cough drops.
A microphone. What is that? What? There's like some fucking like shit down there.
I don't know.
Yeah, what is?
Pull that out.
Dude, I'm not touching that shit.
Oh, it just has like bells in it. Like weird bells.
Wait down.
Oh, I read the spider web. Hold this for a sec. So I read the spider web.
Here.
Trying to see if I can see my car.
I don't want to hit this anymore. I'm scared.
Alright.
I'll hit it more. We can smoke on the way back. I want to go explore more areas. And like honestly, like what the fuck happened to this place? Cause like it looked like.
It's not bad.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it looks like they were planning on like doing like another session in like a fucking day or two or some shit.
Now that was Mackenzie pressuring Dom to break into an abandoned church, and she ultimately stole a globe and a guitar as like decorations, figurines, souvenirs, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, there's a couple things I want to cover with this case, and one of the things that was very weird that sticks out to me is the company Fat Mojo donated money to Mackenzie's GoFundMe, Dom's GoFundMe, and Davion's GoFundMe. Why did this company do this? This is a toy company in Cleveland. Maybe because it's such a local, high-profile case, but why did they donate $5,000 to Mackenzie? Very strange. And the police actually had this in a folder in the paperwork. Now I'm going to play this video I found of this young lady that graduated with McKenzie Shirilla. So let's dive deep. We're getting deep into the rabbit hole. Hit the like button. This lady is on TikTok. Her name is the blind B word, the blind bitch. Let's get to it.
I just want to say that I'm going to be very careful about what I'm going to say because I don't want to upset any of the victims' families or friends. Like, this whole case has very much divided the community, I'm not going to lie. And I'm just going to also say that all of this is just opinion. Nothing that I'm saying is factual. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But I just want to also add in here as well, like, so you can understand, like, my hierarchy, if you want to count it, in the high school. I was very much, like, a group hopper. I was not a popular person. I would say that my friend group was mostly, like, the stoners and, like, the nerds, but I was also very friendly with some of the very popular people that were friends with Mackenzie, and I was also friends with the people that everyone was convinced was going to be a school shooter. So I hopped around. If you were cool people, you were cool people. I was hanging out with you. But just so you can get an idea of, like, kind of how I knew these people. I did not really know Dom or Davion. I had spoken to Dom a few times off of Snapchat, and actually 2 weeks before the accident, because Mackenzie and Dom were over at home days, and I had spoken to them. But and then Davion, I had spoken to him a few times because he sat behind me in my freshman year math class, like 9th period, something like that, 8th or 9th period. I don't remember specifically, but that is when I had a class with Davion, and I would say that was really the only time I ever spoke to him. And the time that I do recall speaking to him, because I have a picture of him actually on my Snap somewhere in my memories of him, because I had bought, like, a huge pack of, like, stickers off of Amazon to, like, put on the Chromebooks that we had all gotten, and Davion had asked me if he could have some, and I just let him pick out the pack and just, you know, do whatever he wanted with the Chromebook. And I do remember telling him, I was like, hey, you have to have the Chromebook a certain way, because if you flip it up, all the stickers will be upside down. I do remember that. But I will say he was very much a sweetheart. He was very quiet, too. At least to me, it didn't seem like he really had much to say, but he was a very nice kid. And I should also add that he really had, I was a bit surprised that he was so nice to me, because I feel like a lot of people were also kind of mean in the class a little bit, but I would also like to add that I was also very mean my freshman year. There was some stuff that happened prior to me going into high school, and I just wasn't in the right mental headspace, so I was not the nicest person. But I will admit to that. But he was very nice to me. And then Dom I had spoken to a select few times off of Snapchat, and actually had, like, I don't know, he would, like, respond to my stories every so often. I guess, like, one time when him and Mackenzie did go on, like, a break, and I remember telling one of my friends about it and been like, hey, like, Dom's your friend, right? And he goes, yeah, why? And I was like, oh, he's been hitting me up. And he goes, don't talk to Dom. Like, Mackenzie will get mad if she finds out. She will try to fight you. Like, that's not even somebody you should deal with. And I was like, oh, okay. So all of that, just kind of stopped talking to him, all of that, and he ended up getting back together with her. But at least to my knowledge, that's what it seemed like, that they had gotten back together, or I don't know, at least that's just what I was told. But I will say that out of those two, I was very much closer with Mackenzie than I was with the other ones, but I wasn't very close with her. There were times that she asked me to hang out, or she brought up hanging out with me, or I was invited to, like, hangout sessions where she was going to be there because I had friends that would hang out with her consistently, or somewhat consistently. And, you know, I will say she was very much a sweetheart to me, to an extent, but I will get into that. But yeah, she was close to a lot of my other friends, and I was invited to go and hang out, but there was always like this weird feeling where I was like, I feel like this is somebody that I shouldn't be close with. So I kept my distance, like kept it as like we would talk in passing in high school. If I saw her in public, we'd talk, whatever, but never took it further to hanging out with her on a one-on-one basis or just like in private. But even though she was very sweet to me, she could also be the meanest person to the next one. You know, there was a lot of people who did not like her, but there was also a lot of people that loved her. And there's still a lot of people that I graduated with that still love her. And, you know, I will also get into that. But, yeah, she was not a very nice person. I had a friend that she had bullied relentlessly, like I believe in middle school and elementary school or something. And that friend has since passed away, but I'm not going to go too much into detail with that, especially because, I don't know, I wasn't friends with that person at that time. And I can't speak to her anymore. So, but yeah, there was very much some people that did not like her, and there was other people that absolutely loved her. And there was one time, I actually have the saved messages, but I don't know if I'm going to upload that on here, but basically there was one time, I had actually left the high school, like, after my sophomore year and went full-time at a community college, but I was still enrolled in the high school, and I guess some account kept commenting all over Mackenzie's, like, TikTok, calling her anorexic and being very, like, mean to her on there, and they had followed me on, like, one of my old TikTok accounts, and she had thought it was me. And Mackenzie went and called all of my friends trying to get my address and all of that to try to fight me. She wanted to fight me over this, and the conversation was just us talking about how, like, I have no involvement, and literally people were calling me anorexic back in high school, so why would I call her anorexic? Anyways, that was pretty much the one thing that she did do to me on a personal level. But yeah, there was a lot of, because I was very much a group hopper, I could see how she treated some people very differently compared to other people. I will say, if you were in high school and you didn't know who Mackenzie was, you were living under a rock. Everybody knew who Mackenzie was. Like, she was the definition of a Regina George. She was that bitch. Like, she would refer to herself as that bitch. Like, that's how she was. She had that personality, and I will say, I feel like personally she got away with a lot, and I think that kind of continues to show, especially after that one phone call got leaked. That was a very rough one. So I just want to add one more thing before I call it. I'm not going to be putting my personal opinion out here because I'm holding back a lot of other information, if you want to call it that, because I'm really trying to be respectful of all parties here. But I will say she does have her group of people that do support her, that do believe she is not guilty, that disagree with the verdict. And I understand that in all situations, there's always going to be that, even if I personally think it's somewhat wrong, but, you know, I just think my main issue, I guess, is I don't understand how you aren't going to be willing to hold your own friends accountable. I mean, even if you don't want to call it murder, 2 people's lives were still robbed. And, you know, people should be held accountable and still feel some sort of remorse or guilt for that. And that's just kind of all I'm going to say about it. I mean, you can ask questions. I may or may not respond, and I quite honestly probably won't, but that's just all I have to say about it.
Pass the Swift, this stupid ass bitch try to crash the whip. I never wanna get in this car again. You can never heal these scars again. Pass the Swift, this stupid ass bitch try to crash the whip. I never wanna get in this car again. You can never heal these scars again. Papa Steve with that man, listen, yeah, Kenzie, better get your ass in that damn kitchen, cooking for the inmates, and you really need to pay attention. Yeah, you really think you gon' get out? you can keep wishing. Yeah, them bitches want you dead, they going on a mission. She doing Kegels in the cell, yeah, she's in position. She ain't got the proper products, yeah, she smelling fishy. Them homemade dildos, yeah, they hitting different. It's okay that you gay now. I heard you doing crochet now. You on the yard from the playground. You gonna stand up or you gonna lay down? Pass the spliff. This stupid ass bitch try to crash the whip. Pass the spliff. This stupid ass bitch try to crash the whip. I'm never gonna go in this car again. This stupid ass bitch can heal these scars again. I'm smoking so much McKenzie, I'm in Mars again. I'm never gonna get involved again. This little ass bitch won't evolve in the end. She will never ever drive a car again. Her parents gonna be long and gone by then.
What are you doing? You need to get away from me. You need to get away from me. I'm calling the police.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yo, Kenzie, this your last ride. Yo, Kenzie, this your last ride. You can't run, you can't hide. Yo, Kenzie, this your last ride. Yo, Kenzie, this your last. You can't run, you can't hide. Yo, Kenzie, this your last ride. Yo, Kenzie, this your last. Boy, you even them crash. You teasing that Yoda just like a Benz. You give this bitch a second chance. I swear she'll do it again. Yo, put her in the water in prison with them sharks if she can swim. I think she is a mean girl in the pen. She ain't got real friends. Put her in the cell with Sarah Boone. She's gonna break and bend. Yo, Sarah Boone, put you in a suitcase and your life gon' end. They done raped your ass, tied you up and then taped your ass. Put you on the screen, yeah, they taped your ass. 2 bitches done ate your ass. Ooh, cause y'all ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, you should've never did voodoo. They ran the chain just like choo-choo. Now you crying just like boo-hoo. All them kites, they send them through. I know you on K2. All your friends said they gay too. All your friends, they gay too. This bitch won't see you outside till the year 2035. You can't run, you can't hide, that's your last ride. I know some bitches that gon' pull up and they slide. But I know some dudes that won't do shit, yeah, look at hide. Danny Masterson's in prison, living the best life.